Hi everyone, I'm Clare Ernest, a junior studio art student at UNT with a drawing and painting focus. I'm actually an out-of-state student, so I'm home in Seattle for the summer. As you may have guessed, I mostly paint. I've tried a few different art mediums and I've liked a lot of them, but this summer I'm primarily going to be working in gouache since it's what I brought home with me. I don't have a lot of examples of recent gouache work since I've been focusing on different art mediums at UNT, but I do have some from high school and a very recent one, but it's not what I would normally do since it was a gift from my brother. At UNT, I really enjoyed working with oil paints. A lot of my paintings and drawings are more naturalistic, but I've enjoyed when my classes encouraged me to branch out. And here's some of that work too. My motivations for making art are to make beautiful things, to learn more about the world, to improve my own skills, and to express myself. My professional focus comes from all four of these. I'd like to be a scientific illustrator. Scientific illustration involves using visual communication to inform people about our world. In doing scientific illustration, I would of course get to learn more about the world and help other people learn more about the world. I would also get to further my skills in practicing visual communication, and I would get to make beautiful things. I think a lot of scientific illustrations are really beautiful, and even for the ones that are a little less conventionally aesthetically appealing, I think there's beauty just in the nature of using scientific illustration to understand our world and the way that artists have to apply visual communication principles to help it do its job. This doesn't involve expressing myself in the traditional sense, but I think it does still involve expressing my own love for science. Also, I plan to keep some of my personal art separate from my main source of income anyway. I still want to make personal art and express myself in that way, and maybe even take commissions on that art or try to sell it. I just don't want to depend on my own inspiration for 100% of my income and paying my bills. Also, while I do like scientific illustration, I'm not qualified to do that yet. I have to go to grad school for it. So I still plan on doing personal art and learning how to do commissions with that art before I do scientific illustration, since it's still a part of scientific illustration is often being freelance and taking commissions in that way. Unfortunately, my weaknesses as a professional artist are many. I don't have a lot of experience taking commissions, for one. I've tried before, but it didn't end up going all the way to the process of taking the actual commission, and I mostly learned from that there's a lot that I don't know that I need to learn. I also don't have a lot of experience with digital art generally. It's a pretty popular medium right now, and I do have Photoshop proficiency, but I'm mostly a traditional artist, so I've just never really gotten into it. Another weakness I have is that I don't advertise myself at all. I don't maintain an online presence currently. I don't have a social media page or a website or an online portfolio, so that's something I know I need to work on. And finally, I really don't have a lot of connections or networking skills, and I know that that's especially important in the art world and succeeding, so that's another thing I really need to work on. Luckily, that's kind of what I plan to do in this class. My goals are to develop networking skills, to start developing my own online presence, and of course to learn what I need to know to start doing commissions. I think that all of these things are going to help me succeed, just like as an artist now and in my career as a scientific illustrator. Overall, I'm very excited for this course. It seems perfect to help with a lot of my weaknesses that I've mentioned, and I think it's kind of at the perfect time for me. I've just recently become more serious about trying to take commissions and build my own online portfolio and presence, so I think it'll be great to start doing that with the help of this course. I've also kind of recently finalized what I want to do professionally. I've always been interested in science and art, but I didn't realize that being a scientific illustrator was a viable career option for me until the beginning of last semester. So I'm very excited to take this course at a time when I know what goals I'd like to work towards. I'm looking forward to working with everybody and growing as an artistic professional in this course. Thanks for watching, and nice to meet you!